more Nova Scotia videos if you want to see them. Um, the other thing that we have to do that I guess is important to talk about is, and it's not so much of an issue now in the Gulf of Maine, but I remember back in the 90s and early 2000s, a lot more people were chumming, fish in order to get them attracted to the boat. Dogfish, of course, became a problem and other sharks and so forth. So I don't think as many people do it now. But we do occasionally run into chum in the stomachs, and so we have to be able to parse that out. We also take any baits that are in there that are out that are obvious. So if someone's got a big short fin squid on, we can see the hook marks. We'll take those types of things out. Bluefin are lazy. They're very fast fish. They're like the marathon runners of the ocean, but they're lazy as hell. And they'll follow draggers. They'll follow scallop boats. They'll follow, these groundfish tub trawl boats eating the cod and haddock guts if they can. If they can get a free meal, they will. And so we try to remove any of those not artificial but biased pieces of the stomach. So here's what we do. We collect them. I get interns who don't have a sense of smell, and they open up these stomachs and put all these pieces of material out on the trays. We sort them at first to one of three taxonomic levels. You do basically cephalopods, so squids, octopods, crustaceans, and then fish. And there's a bunch of different ways that we can do this. One is you can sort of look at them and try to identify what they are, but keep in mind the stomachs of bluefin are warm, and it doesn't take very long for whatever food item is in that stomach to lose its characteristics very quickly. So coloration, scales, even body shape in total is lost fairly quickly. So if we can't do it visually, we have to turn to other things. And some of the other things that we can turn to may be very specific to a particular fish, and I'll point to two things here. So you probably have seen these in the stomachs. I've pointed them out to people at the tournament before, but these little bean-like structures here, those are actually the gizzard or the stomachs of menhaden. So the rest of the menhaden is digested fairly efficiently, but just like otoliths, these little stomachs or these little bean-like things are not. They're very resistant to digestion. And so you can count those up and you can say, oh, within the last so many hours, this bluefin must have consumed this many menhaden. And then on the left-hand side, you have a fish or what's left of a fish. And it looks like, how the heck would I tell what that is? Well, if you look at the back of that fish, this is where the tail would be. You can see that the bones are blue. Those bones that are blue have what's called biliverdin in them. So it's similar to what you would get when you have a bruise. And there's only one family of fishes we have here that have those, and those are the gars. And the representative that we have from the gar family here in the Gulf of Maine is North Atlantic saury, half beaks, billfish. Everybody calls them something different. So again, you lose the characteristics of the body, but you can do a little detective work and you can figure out what that animal is, not by its characteristics, morphologically, but by the fact that this has blue bones. So again, I kind of equate this to like detective work. We find weird stuff. I got a coconut a few years ago. Somebody harpooned a bluefin out on George's, had a coconut in it. By the way, it was a whole coconut. I took the husk off. It had the husk on it. Sheer water, got a seal pup one time. This one came from Rusty. It had a 1 gallon jug of whatever in its stomach. We do get lots of hooks in various stages of decomposition. Here's just a few of those hooks that you can see here. This one is likely a halibut hook. It looks like a very similar hook that they use down east, so we're thinking it's a halibut hook, but if someone else knows for sure, you can let me know. These are probably either longline hooks or hooks off of like squid bars or daisy chains or something like that. And you can see them here. They're all encased in this tissue. And then this year, Blaze actually got a tag striped bass. So there was a striped bass that was caught in the stomach, and it had a tag in it from the Littoral Society. It was tagged in the Hudson River, and a bluefin had eaten it. Unfortunately, whoever tagged it didn't report that they had tagged it, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, still kind of a cool story. We got the tag back anyway.